For those of you who aren't in the know, Tumblr was once a very popular website at the beginning of the internet, and it was considered back then to be a far-left website, even by today's standards. And just like most far-left websites, it ended up getting involved into some serious scandals and allegations. Scandals and allegations that are similar to what the Catholic Church got into, or more recently, CNN. But unlike CNN or the Catholic Church, Tumblr didn't have the power in order to fight back. And it was probably the first company that got canceled. It was the first social media company that I know of which got canceled by Apple. Now, as the cancellation went into full effect, Tumblr decided to have a ban on naughty images, which caused a massive exodus of furry artists and other far-left connoisseurs from Tumblr towards the Twitter. And apparently, blue check marks were horrified as they opened their feed the next day on the Twitter to be surprised with various furry images, especially young furries. And it's that day when Twitter actually started cracking down a little bit on the freedom of expression when it comes to lewd images. A little bit of historical fact, like many people don't know, but yeah, it turns out that the blue check marks, especially like journalists from New York Times and whatnot, do not seem to appreciate Tumblr art. So that's when I think it was like the crack on lolly images happened on Twitter. Now you know why, in case you didn't. But anyway, Tumblr itself apparently still exists. Like, I was surprised by this. And it decided to ban a lot of words in order to make the platform more safe. Because, of course, if you used Tumblr back then, you were in grave danger. You were in peril. But thank you, Apple, for stepping in and issuing a couple of words that people should be kept away from. And while some of the censorship does make sense, like, for example, they don't allow gore, they don't allow illegal material and whatnot, other censorship leaves the person baffled. For example, words like bald, single dad, beard, selfie are very problematic now on Tumblr. So as of December 21, these are at least 4 different ways that Tumblr might block access to his blog post in order to comply with the safety standards of Apple. Now, at first when I saw this, I was like, okay, so Apple just wants to destroy Tumblr. Like, there is absolutely no other explanation. The only reason you would set such ridiculous standards is due to the fact that you want the platform to die off. First of all, Tumblr doesn't even have that big of a user base anymore, because everyone moved to Twitter, which is why Twitter is so far left lately. But secondly, even the few people that remained are going to find the platform unusable. It turns out that that's not really the case. You see, the safety standards which Apple enforced upon Tumblr are so vague that it makes sense that the owners of Tumblr are going to err on the side of caution, because they don't want to get the platform again. And this is exactly what's happening when the terms of service are vague. Most people are going to overreach, they're going to overreact, and they're going to make sure that they sanitize literally everything. So good luck to them, I guess. You know, it is what it is. Like, you can't do anything about it because, well, it's not up to them, it's up to Apple. And I don't think many people even care about Tumblr nowadays in order to put up a fight. So I don't know why Apple decided to go against Tumblr and then just wants to destroy it. But, well, what's interesting, though, is that it's not just material that's lewd that is getting the ban hammer, and it's not just material that is illegal like gore, but apparently even things that could be disturbing. So I guess things like creepypasta. And I actually noticed this, you know, like there used to be a lot of YouTube channels that I used to watch which were disturbing in nature. Like they were creepy, like Silent Hill type of stuff. And you notice that these channels are going away. Now, I don't know why they're going away. Like maybe the search engine is hiding them. Maybe you have some issues with the creators just getting demonetized or whatever. But I do notice that things that are creepy and spooky, they don't belong on the internet anymore. So it's kind of sad because I used to like this. I mean, I used to enjoy watching a little bit of horror here and there. No, they're not allowed on the normie internet. So according to the Apple safety standards, you get to see it should not include content that is offensive, insensitive, upsetting. So literally all the cool things that people would pay money to see. Like, seriously, I would pay money to see content that is offensive, insensitive, or upsetting. Because at least it makes me feel something. At least it pries some emotion out of me. It's not just generic garbage that's plastic and doesn't do anything for me. Like, make me upset. Make me offended. Do something. Rile me up. Come on, entertain me. This is why I go on the internet, to be entertained. But apparently it's not that there's a lack of offensive people out there. No, it's like the corporations are telling you outright, like, you're not allowed to be offensive. And again, things that are in poor taste or just plain creepy. And, you know, like, the standard is whom? Because what's in poor taste for a 80-year-old woman might not be in poor taste for a teenage guy. Like, an edgy teenager who watches Jackass and Beavis and Butthead, I hope some of you at least get the reference, they're not going to be offended by the same things. Like, look, I'm a married man. Yeah, and I saw a picture which people were being offended of. It showed a university med school girl putting a selfie of herself, like she's in her surgical gear, she's with the surgical mask and everything, and she's uploading a picture as she takes it in front of the mirror and shows her ass. So, you know, I was rolling my eyes. I was like, oh God, you know, it's like it's your first day, you're going into surgery, and you're showing the internet your ass. But I guarantee to you, if I was 10 years younger and I was a teenager, oh my God, I'd have loved that pic. Like, hit like, comment, and subscribe. So like, offense is different from various demographics, various age groups. Even women get offended by other things that men don't, and vice versa. So I guess, like, in order to make sure that there's no offensive content, you have to find, like, the most easily offended person, and then make absolutely sure that there is no content that can offend. And you're talking about an entire platform. Like, it's not a forum or something. Like, there used to be millions of people uploading. So you find something offensive, Apple gets to step in. It is what it is. And this is explaining why there is such ridiculous levels of censorship on the internet now. Because when you go on Tumblr, you have a moderator that censors you. But that moderator also gets censored by the moderator from Apple. So what ends up happening usually, in order to save costs, like, for example, Discord does this, they put the users to moderate themselves. Reddit does it as well. So you have a moderator that moderates its community, and on top of him is like an admin that works for the bigger platform, which moderates the moderator. And on top of the admin, you have someone from, like, another company, like in this case you have Apple. So Apple moderates the admins, who moderates the moderators, who moderate the users. It is so fucking ridiculous. You know, it's a hierarchical system. Very fascistic in nature. Where is Antifa when you need them? Huh? Let me know in the comment section. And I'll see you guys there.